Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Cheryl Harris with Cheryl Harris Enterprises, a former bodybuilder and now a stroke survivor turned thriver. And today's video is going to be about lower extremities. I want to share with you guys that today was my last day of my frozen shoulder therapy, my physical therapy for it. So now I have other exercises that I'm going to do going forward to continue to work. I'm just going to continue it at home. It was my last day because right now the orthopedic just want to work on range of motion. And if you saw my other video, it shows my improvement. I made significant improvement with my frozen shoulder, which came after I had the stroke. And what happens is if you're not able to move the affected side, there's different stages of it. It could become freezing and then frozen. So most of the time it gets worse before it gets better. And this started back in, I believe back in October, November. And when the previous occupational therapist wasn't helping me out, I wasn't making any progress with that. I just ended up getting a recommendation from my PCP, or no, not my PCP. I think it was my rheumatologist, to go see an orthopedic, because now it could be joint wise. It could be something joint, because I had inflammation in my middle deltoid. If you saw my other videos, check out the other videos on the channel. It was my middle deltoid that was inflamed, which means it's coming from the area of the shoulder pocket. So it's called adhesive capsulitis. That's what it's called. That's what frozen shoulder is called. So today, I'm not going to do any shoulder work today. I'm going to strictly work on my lower extremities today. I'm going to work on that weak ankle, drop foot, and maybe a little bit of hamstring, depends. So, and my balance. So we'll see where we can go from there, because I have a really good habit of making up exercises on the way. I don't have anything planned. I have something in my mind what I want to do, but I could be in the middle of something and I'll go to another exercise, but it's going to all be beneficial. It's all going to tie in. I'm never going to be all over the place. I have structure in my mind. I just have to put it out on video. So come along with me. Let's do some exercises for the weak ankle and the drop foot and the balance and hamstring. All right. So come along. See you guys in the next video. And I'm going to work on my quads as well too. So we'll see. So let's start with I'm going to use a yoga block. Let's go ahead and start with the ankles. Do some movements with that. Don't forget your water and your towel and whatever support mechanism you may have. Got my PCP pipe. So let me show you what I'm going to do with this. I got my yoga block. I'm going to put it in between my knees to stabilize it, to also prevent my leg from hyperextending as well too. So I'm going to go to the wall. I'm going to go to the wall and I'm going to do some calf raises. Working on the soleus, the calf, and the ankle. Okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can also do 2 or 3 sets of these. And another way I want to work on the ankles. Yeah, this is challenging, guys. Very challenging. Okay, I'm going to walk backwards. Do about 2 or 3 sets of each one of these exercises, guys. Okay, so now let's do it this way. I'm going to go back into that squat. Then I'm going to come up on the ball of my feet. It's working on the balance as well too. So if you have to do this, 2, 3, or out, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. I got my other exercise that I want to do as well too. I will be doing some more upper body, working on the arm and strengthening the arm. And I'm in my little toy box over here where all my tools are that I use. So I'm going to use this. Nope, that's not the one I want. Where's the one I want? I'm looking for the blue, light blue band. And that's working with the ankle. Try to strengthen that. I'm doing here because I usually do it on the couch, but let's see what I can do here with the chair. And this is a higher chair. Oh, let me see if I can get it this way first, and then I'll move the chair back so you can see it. You can do this seated. Now work on those hip flexors as well. Hip flexors. Gotta get these words right. Get these enunciations right. That's part of the stroke recovery too. So I'm holding it here. Working the ankle. I don't know if you can see it, so I'll go back a little bit more. Then I'm going to do some squats after this. So hopefully you can see it now. This chair is really high or I'm really short. You know, when you have hyperextension in your affected leg from the stroke, it causes hyperextension in the leg at the knee. Okay, so I'm holding this, and I'm doing it. Is it eversion? No, that's eversion. Inversion is on the inside. So I'm moving the ankle like this. You can always challenge yourself and use a lighter band or a heavier band. So you can do about 30 of these. You're going to use another band, you can do that as well too. I have several bands that we can use to get this work done. Okay. Make sure it's wide so you can put your foot in it. You can rest in there. In other words, don't have it all balled up, because these bands will ball up on you. So, just like that, it'll ball up. After this, I'm going to do some squats with the kettlebell. It's almost like pressing a gas pedal. I have the right name up there in a moment. Hope you can see this. I'm doing a little work with my shoulders too, trying to hold this. So this is, that's not dorsiflexion. I'm going to show you some dorsiflexions. Once I move the chair out of the way, I'll show you that as well. So let me move this out the way so you can see what I mean. All right. So dorsiflexion is just taking the feet and walking on your heels, on the ball of your heels. So this kind of helps straighten the tibialis and also helps strengthen the ankles a little bit as well too. So I'm going to walk back. Watch your posture. My right foot, obviously, this is not the non-affected side. This one is more dorsiflexed than my right, because this is one that's weak. Okay, do a few of these. That's almost like walking backwards and forwards. You know, this way it's just dorsiflex. You know, you can do as much as you can, okay? All right, so let's get into some squats here. I have a kettlebell. All these items that I'm showing y'all, I have my support from my back. All these items are in my Amazon link below. So let's get this going. Hinge, head down, spread the legs, and we're gonna, I can hear my knees crackling. I don't know if you guys can. And I'm working these quads, my adductors, and my glutes. Short from the front. Sumo squats. All right. Let's try one more for balancing. Okay, so let's get back to working this hip flexor. Still the lower extremity of the body. So first we're going to walk forward. This may seem simple, but you're working that hip flexor and you're also working on your balance. Come back. There's a lot of things you got to work on. Focus on your balance, watch your posture, a lot of concentration going on. And it's different when you have a stroke because your cognitive skills have been altered. So to focus on that, that's another task. Okay, I'm going to walk sideways, lifting the leg. Okay. Don't step around it, step over it. The goal is to work on, with the affected leg, is to work on the balance and working the hip flexor. Okay, now I'm going to go back and work on the balance of the affected leg, but I'm using the non-affected leg to step over. I'm literally working both of them. All right. I think I got one more for y'all, and that'll be it for today. I'm looking for my tennis ball. It's in my toy box here somewhere. Aha, found it. So, we're working on the ankles again. So, I'm gonna go back over here to the wall so that I can hold on. I'm gonna place the tennis ball at the heel of my ankle, squeeze it together, and do calf raises. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Squeeze it. 8, 9, 10. I would say do about 2 or 3 sets of these, okay? Do about 2 or 3 sets. That should help you out. Working on the affected leg, because you guys, my leg still is messed up. It's gotten much better. I wasn't able to do what I'm doing right now. So always look at where you come from, okay? Always look at where you come from, because things could have been worse. That's all I got to say about that. Now, gonna challenge myself with the hip flexors and the balance. I'm just using this as a marker. With alternating hands, try not to slam your foot, because you know that's kind of working the hip flexors as well too, as well as the ankle. Because when you come down, your goal is to try to land flat foot and not necessarily on the ball of your foot. Okay? I'm using these as markers. I'm not necessarily stepping over them. I'm just using this as markers. Okay? So I'm going to come back this way. So knee tap. Work a little bit at a time, and eventually we'll be able to jump up and do it. All right? Hope you guys got moving today. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to subscribe now. Subscribe and like and comment. All right? Talk to you guys later.